Miss Shakira?
Yes, ma'am. We can see that in these two pictures depict the condition of a house that is not proper. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, ma'am. It's a bit loud here.
Mm-hmm.
So the first picture, we can see a house that is not proper. The roof of the house is almost falling. It looks old. It looks dirty, and it also looks small and narrow. While the other house is a luxury house that stands firmly. It's clean and has adequate facilities. But considering that in this pandemic era, I think for the first picture, is a condition where maybe many traders are forced to stay at home so they don't have any income, while people who live in luxury homes are inhibited by people who have financial stability so that they are not miserable or feeling hard in this era because of their condition.
Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. So there is a very, very big gap between the rich and the poor. Okay. So okay, thank you, Miss Shakira. Now I'd like to go on to Miss Tabitha to give you the explanation about the picture, please.
Yes, ma'am. A simple house made from wood in a bad condition. And from the
Mm-hmm.
background, we can say the house is located in village, and the owner is maybe poor people or low income. And from luxury house,
Mm-hmm. Come on.
we can say that the owner is rich people
Mm-hmm.
and look like because the house look like castle and the place look in town. And
Yes. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tabitha. And I'd like to call Mr. Haikal. Are you ready?
Ready, ma'am?
Okay, I'm so sorry. My signal is not stable. This unstable signal. So I get it something go out, yeah, go out from the Zoom. Yeah, I'd like to call, I'd like to call Mr. Haikal. That you have some minutes from you to
Yes, ma'am.
prepare. Okay.
In the first picture, we can see that there is small house made of wood and in the middle of the forest. And the second picture is with a man's house with a magnificent building in a residential area.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Residential
that's
area. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so from the first, you can see about the point of view. The first, you see it is kind of in the village, yeah. And then the second is in the residential area. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, now I'd like to call another one. Okay, I'll call Miss Adinda. Adinda Rizky, are you still with me? Okay, I'd like to call Mr. Handika. Here, please, Mr. Handika.
Okay, ma'am, I'm here. I think in this picture is very different about the problem, ma'am. This first picture, the problem is the poor
Go on.
owner and the house income. Number two, maybe. Okay, thanks.
Just it? Yeah.
I
Okay.
think enough, ma'am.
Okay, you can explore more vocabulary about this one. Okay. Now I'd like to call, please, Miss Anisha.
Yes, ma'am. I think picture one, the condition looks very simple. The economy is constrained, still uses traditional equipment. Picture two, the condition looks very luxurious. The life is all in one, already using sophisticated equipment. That's enough, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So you can see about the equipment used by the both of the houses. So the first you say the simple one, and the second using the sophisticated. Okay, thank you, Miss Anisha. And then I'd like to call another call. Okay, Miss Siti Eva.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please.
According to me, there are many different from the picture. There are example for the simple house and luxurious house, the cheap house and the expensive house. Usually the picture one in village and the picture two in town square. Enough, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss Siti Eva. Okay, the next I'd like to call Miss Siti Khadijah. Miss Khadijah, are you with me? I lost you for some meetings. Okay, so welcome back, Miss Khadijah. Are you ready for giving your explanation here? Not yet? Okay, I'd like to call the next, please. Siapa tadi? Okay. Mr. Haikal tadi belum ya?
Sudah, ma'am.
Oh yeah, sudah. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. I just to recall about your memory before about this one. Now I'd like to come to the last picture that I've already given to you. It talks about the norm. Yeah, the norm that happened by in the previous years and also happened now. So we can see the phenomena. Yeah, there is a degradation. Yeah, degradation of the moral value. The moral value of the people nowadays, but I think it not happen to all people, not all parents. You can see in the left picture in 1969, when they got kind of the report, yes, when the student got the report and then they come to the school, yeah, they come to school to get the report from the teacher and they got the bad score, yes, so their parents will blame the students, their children. But how about this one? For nowadays, we can see this is just kind of the meme, yes, the meme that we can also find. This is kind of the phenomena that happen in our society. Yeah, there is a degradation of the moral value. Okay, please prepare about this one. You can see compare and contrast that happened in 1969 and today. I think in 1969 you haven't been born. Yes, even I am. Bahkan saya juga belum lahir 69 ya. Oke, coba Anda lihat the two very contrast, the two contrast pictures about what happened in 1969 and today. We can see, yes, beberapa kali berita, the news and television show, oh setelah guru memberikan pelajaran kepada anak-anak didiknya, bagaimana mendidik mereka untuk bisa disiplin, tetapi dilaporkan malah ke KPAI, ya, Komisi Perlindungan Anak. Yes, this kinds of the things that happen. Padahal in a very few years ago, few years ago, when I was in senior high school or maybe in elementary school, when the teacher hit me with the rules, you know the rules made of the wood, penggaris yang panjangnya 1 meter, bahkan itu bisa sampai putus, sampai patah. Itu kami at that time, mungkin Bu Asma, kemudian Pak Harto juga tahu, is that era. Seperti itu is something normal. It is about the how to educate the children. But now we can see about this one. The two picture explain the difference between in 1969 and today. That's about the phenomena about the degradation of the moral value. So try to compare and contrast between the two phenomena here. Okay? Yes, please prepare. I'll give you 3 minutes to prepare. Actually, you have already prepared it yesterday. As I told you, okay, I'd like to ask you about this before we come to the new topic. Yang sudah ready, please raise your hand. Yang sudah ready, silahkan. Boleh langsung raise your hand, tidak usah saya panggil. You can see from the point of view as a sociolog, as a teacher, Mr. Handika, have you been ready?
Ready, ma'am, I think.
Okay, yes, please.
For this picture, I think this era is not good condition in education sector. We know that in India, especially in education, the picture is I think enough, ma'am. Nanti mungkin coba lagi, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. You can see as a teacher, Anda bisa melihat sebagai seorang sosiolog, or maybe melihatnya adalah sebagai seorang teacher. How about the degradation and the education, about the moral value here? So you may explain about this one. Okay, thank you, Ms. Handika. Now I'd like to move to another participant, to another one. I'd like to call Ms. Salma. Ms. Salma, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please.
Maybe on the 1969 side, there's a student looking down in the shame while his parents and his teacher are on the other side of the desk. On the today side, the parents are on the kid's side of the desk and are angrily asking the teacher. I think it's about the mindset. People before is push the kid to be better, and maybe parents nowadays, kind of living the modern family, so they want not to push the kid, but also the mindset is not very good, so they push the teacher. I think like that, ma'am.
Okay, so in what case do you say the parents will push the teacher. In what case do you mean?
In case I think they think that their kids is good enough without realizing maybe the kid is the problem. So they thought the teacher is the problematic one. So they give their kids bad grades.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, thank you. Great, Miss Salma. Okay, now I'd like to call Miss Tabitha. Miss Tabitha? Are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please.
In 1969, students don't get good grades, and parents and teachers blame the student. And parents look angry, teachers don't care, and students look sad. And different situation with today. Student parents look angry with teacher because their assumption the teacher can teach student, and student look like satisfied and happy. And the parents look angry, and the teacher look confused and amazed. I'm sorry because I take my sister, so I am in on the way.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Miss Tabitha. Yeah. Okay, this is about the phenomena that happened in the past few years and also that happen now about the habit. Yes, about the parents to their children if they got the bad grades. Hey, now I'd like to come to Miss Mila.
Yes, mom.
Okay, just try to speak, please.
Put the picture. Explain how parents educate their son. From the picture, we can see teacher, student, and the student parents in the class. Bad grades become a problem in both pictures. In first pictures, the parents blame the son. And the second picture, the parents of students blame the teachers. Enough, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Mila, about your perspective in interpreting the picture. Okay, the next I'd like to call Miss Adinda Rizky. Miss Dinda? Are you still with me? No? Not yet? Okay. Now I'd like to call Miss Khadijah. Miss Khadijah? Not yet? Okay. Okay, I'd like to come to the next, last before we come to the next one. I'd like to call Anisha Rahmadani.
Yes, ma'am. Picture one, in year 1969, see the problem in ancient times, student in law were not a problem because it was a form of learning, so that in the future it will be better. Picture two, nowadays when students are punished by law, they immediately report to their parents because according to parents, this makes children depressed. That's enough, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you. Yeah, Miss Anisha. Yeah, okay, Miss Farah. Welcome back, please. Okay, Miss Farah, would you like to give your opinion about the picture? How to interpret the picture, please? Miss Farah. Not yet. Okay. So the case that I've already given to you here, the case that I've already given to you, it is about the how to contrast. We can see about the how to interpret the picture, ya. Karena inilah isu dalam masyarakat, the issue that happened in our community, in our society, how this is the degradation of the moral value. Starting from this case, dulu kalau guru memberikan apa-apa, guru itu kan yang dikuku dan ditiru. Sehingga what the teacher said is kind of the role model for the students. But now it is something that different. Ya, vice versa. Ya, teachers, ya, guru itu harus mengikuti kemauan muridnya. Itu kan sesuatu yang terbalik. Ya, so as you are going to be a teacher, yes. So let's see about the difference phenomena and how to be wise become a teacher in the future. Okay. Now I'd like to move to our business today. We are talking about if for the two previous meetings we have already taken talking about the social issues, yeah. And for today we'd like to talk about the anthropology. Yes. Now let's move to the next material that we are going to learn today. Let me see. Yeah, we are talking about the anthropology. Yes, you are the students of socio-anthropology. So I'd like to ask you, what is anthropology? Anyone can talk to me? Can tell me what is anthropology? Okay, please, anybody? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is anthropology?
The same that learning about culture, physical, linguistic, and anything about human activities. Enough, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the science, yeah, the science of the study about the linguistics, culture, yes, and also the human activities. Okay, before we come to this case, before we come to this this one, I'd like to ask you more. Okay, Miss Emma, why are you interested in anthropology?
Yes, Mom. Because anthropology is a sense menarik apa ya, Mom?
Interesting.
Yes, anthropology is sense interesting for me. Because in anthropology, I will study culture. Enough, ma'am.
Only culture?
No.
No. Because you know, when I come to the literature, yeah, I'm lecturers in English literature. In English literature, we also learn about the culture, about the linguistic. Yes. I'm teaching in the English literature study program. So we're also learning about the culture of other countries, especially English-speaking countries. For example, I learned about the American culture. Yes. So it's not only learned in anthropology. Can you show me what is the specific that you learned, the culture in anthropology? Okay, because you are the students of anthropology, as I taught you in English literature department. We also learn about the culture from other countries, English-speaking countries. So in my study program, di sana juga ada yang namanya American Study, English Study, British Study, sorry, bukan English Study, British Study, American Study, and Australian study, especially the big English-speaking countries. Now, maybe you can tell me, what is the most specific in the anthropology? Okay, Mr. Handika. Mr. Handika? Would you like to tell me what is the specific thing that you learned about the culture in anthropology? Are you still here? Oh, Miss Farah. Miss Farah. Hello, Miss Farah. Are you with me? Wah, jangan-jangan ini hanya dinyalain aja ini, terus yang ditinggal kabur no. Okay. Mr. Haikal, I'd like to know from you, what is the specific thing that you learned from anthropology?
Okay, ma'am. Maybe anthropology is a science that study all kinds of ins and outs, elements of culture produced in human life, community economics, religion and belief, government politics, human health and technology development. And so on our study areas for anthropology and science, high school, junior high school, I like anthropology.
Why do you like it? What makes you interested in here?
Because I'm interested to culture in Indonesia. Maybe that's it.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Mr. Haikal. Okay, now I'd like to ask you about your opinion about the anthropology, Miss Tabitha. Miss Tabitha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Anthropology began when Euro people mixed with different culture, habit, and that's make Euro people interest to develop about anthropology. Enough.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Mr. Handika, oh, baru saja terpental tadi ya ternyata. Okay, now I'd like to call Miss Salma. Can you tell me about your point of view about the anthropology?
In my opinion, anthropology is a subject that learning about human and culture, and it's telling us how the culture is made of, and I felt an attraction to it because it's like studying ourselves because we are human and we are cultured. So I think that's it, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss Salma. How about from your point of view, Miss Siti Eva?
Yes, ma'am. The specific anthropology learn more culture. For example, religion, linguistic, politics, government, and yes, all about culture or about anthropology that learn in anthropology science. Enough, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So how about from you, Miss Shakira? I want to listen from you about the point of view about the anthropology itself.
I think anthropology itself is a study specifically about human being as an object. So specifically, anthropology study about human characteristic, human behavior, and either human, what is it? Human culture all in one. It remains all of them.
Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. So you can say this kind of unity between the human and the culture. Yes. Okay, so not only learn about the culture itself, but also about the human behavior related to the culture. Yeah, thank you, Ms. Shakira. Okay, so now let's go on to the next. What we are going to learn about the anthropology that you already learned can define what anthropology is and what you are learning in the anthropology because you are in the second semester of the sociology and anthropology study program. Yeah, you're the students in this case. So you have to know what is sociology learning about and what anthropology learn about. So you can get into this case, yeah. Anda bisa melihat kembali what make you interested here so that you can develop yourself yes according to your passion and your interest in anthropology. Now let's get down to the next. Yes. Okay. When we are talking about the anthropology, of course, we have got some terminologies here. I can't mention all kinds of the terminology related to things because you already said, well, anthropology is learning, is the study about the human culture, linguistic behavior, politics, economics, and all the things as kinds of the unity. So we also have got a lot of kinds of terminologies here. So I want you to define each word below. Please define. It means Anda memberikan sebuah definisi terlebih dahulu about the word that I'll give it to you. Okay, the first, culture. What do you know about culture? What do you know about culture? Okay, can you define this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Culture is the habit of society.
Culture is the habit of the society. Yes, habit. Ya, perilaku dari masyarakat. We call it as a culture. Yeah, thank you. Now, I want to listen to you, Miss Adinda Rizky. How do you define culture? Yeah? Okay, how about Mr. Haikal? How would you define culture?
Maybe Sam, culture is a habit that is carried out by the surrounding communities, so that it becomes the culture of that community, maybe.
So, sounded by community, yes, by the society. Okay, thank you. Now, I'd like to go on to the next. Yes, this is the culture and, okay, urban. The urban. We listen from many kinds of the things because of the urban. Okay, can you define it, Mr. Handika? Mr. Handika?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, not yet. Urban, okay, Miss, who are here? Let me check from you. Miss Anisha, please.
Yes, ma'am. The urban is synonymous with the capital city of Jakarta.
Urban is the capital city. Urban. Pernah dengar kata urban legend? Ada urban, ada rural. Yes, ada urban, ada rural. So what is the urban? Okay, tadi dikatakan bahwa urban is a kind of a capital city, the synonym of capital city. Okay, any other people want to say another definition of urban? Ada yang mau define yang lainnya? Yes, ini siapa yang raise hand?
Shakira Desmalia.
Okay. Shakira, Miss Shakira. Yes, please, Miss Shakira.
I think urban is like a density of human structures such as building, roads, bridge, and many more.
Okay, so this is the concept of the density of the road and etc. About the structure infrastructure built in the concept of the place. Okay, you define it like this one. Okay, now I'd like to go on to the next. Okay, we have got this kind of this matrilineal. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard about this one? Matrilineal and patrilineal. Matrilineal, what is it? What is matrilineal? I'd like to ask from you.
Matrilineal is a system of kinship.
Okay, the pattern of kinship. Yeah, you can see about the matrilineal and patrilineal. So the concept of the kinship. Kinship yang di mana? Yang matrilineal itu?
From mother.
Yes, from mother. So this is the kinship from the mother. Okay. Okay, now I'd like to go on the next, meditation. Who knows about the definition of meditation? Anybody want to try? What is meditation? For example, to get the inspired or ideas, some people do the meditation or to make relax, yeah. Some people do the meditation. So what meditation is?
Meditation is a calming down somewhere.
Calming down somewhere by? Yeah, usually by taking a bit alone and then try to release all what the people thinking about. Yeah, melepaskan semua yang di pikiran. This is meditation. The next, okay, tadi ada matrilineal and patrilineal. Is matrilineal, this is the kind from the mother line. So patrilineal, this is from father line. Yes. Okay. The next, ada acculturation. Have you ever heard about acculturation? Acculturation. Have you ever heard about acculturation? Dalam bahasa Indonesia kita langsung mengadaptasi bahasa itu dari shen menjadi si. So kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia kita menyebutnya sebagai akulturasi, ada ya akulturasi budaya. So what is acculturation? Lebih sulit ya mendefinisikan ya.
Is it the process of different culture assimilation, ma'am? I guess it's like different culture that turns into one culture.
Yeah, this is from other cultures to some culture, we call it the acculturation, but different from assimilation. Okay, now kalau ada urban area, ada coastal area. So what is coastal area? The coast. Apa dengan coast?
Daerah pesisir, ma'am.
Yeah, daerah pesisir. Okay, daerah pesisir usually this is a concept of the people. Ya, yang pasti Anda sudah pelajari ini. Bagaimana people in the coastal area are different from the people in the mountainous area. Orang-orang dari pesisir biasanya orangnya lebih
keras.
You're right. Apalagi biasanya kalau ngomong keras. Iya. Ya, Anda sudah belajar karena di anthropology you learn about this case. How the characteristic people from the mountain area and from the coastal area. Okay, the coastal area later. The next ada archaeology. What is archaeology? Ada anthropology, ada archaeology. Have you ever heard about archaeology? So study about
human history, ma'am.
Yeah, about the history, the artifact, and all the things related to this case. Okay, the next, demography. What is demography? What is demography? Demography?
Population dynamic.
Berbeda, bukan population. Okay, coba the next. Assimilation. Kalau tadi you said acculturation is like assimilation. No, it is different. Quite different between assimilation and acculturation. Acculturation, yes. Kemudian you also get of the dynasty. What is dynasty? Dynasty. Dynasty. Yang Anda kenal mungkin dynasty, it is the kinds of the things that happen in Chinese, yes. And the Chinese palace, you have got the dynasty Ming, dynasty Tang, dan sebagainya.
Kingdom.
The kingdom, yes, hampir sama dengan itu, the structure, the social structure, yeah, social structure in the palace, the dynasty. The next ada doctrine. The next ada refugee. Okay, now I want you to make a sentence. Yeah, I want you to make the sentence from each word. I will start from the first, yes. Okay, I'll start from the first, culture. Okay, tadi I want you to define first, then I want you now, you will make it in a sentence. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'd like to call you Miss Adinda. Miss Adinda. Are you still with me? No? Okay. I'd like to call, okay, Miss Shakira.
Yes, ma'am. I think every region has culture.
I think
every region has culture.
Okay, every region has culture. You're right. Every region, every part has a culture. Okay, now I'd like to call Miss Anisha. Still the culture? Miss Anisha?
Yes, ma'am. Culture is the habit of society.
Oh, culture is the habit of society. So you're taking from the definition, yeah? Okay, thank you. Now let's call Miss Emma.
Yes, ma'am. Culture is a product and habits of women.
Culture is a project. Project what? What project?
Product and habits.
Okay, the project of habits. Okay, so sebuah perilaku akan menghasilkan sebuah budaya. Okay, yeah, thank you. The next is Miss Eva.
Culture is the project from the habit society and the activity use thinking, not
Okay.
instinct.
Okay, so culture is the product of the social habit. Social habit. Yeah, thank you. Now I'd like to come to the second word here, urban. Okay, urban. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Mr. Haikal. Mr. Haikal. Hello.
Hello. Maybe place for urban settlement, centralization and distribution of government service and social service and economic.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Next, I would like to call Miss Salma. With the urban.
Okay. I think I'll go with public transport is only quicker than private transport in urban areas.
The public transport is faster or the better than the private transportation in urban area. Yeah, thank you, Miss Salma. Now let's come to Miss Tabitha.
Yes, ma'am. Urban is like a mythology and society believes that. Enough, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Now let's see, matrilineal. Okay, you have already learned about the anthropology. You have got in there is some tribe they use about the matrilineal. Okay, matrilineal, you say this is from the line of the mother. So I'd like to call, okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Miss Mila.
I'm sorry, not yet, ma'am.
Okay, not yet. Okay, now I'd like to call Miss Anisha. Miss Anisha?
Yes, ma'am. I think matrilineal is a community custom that regulates the flow of descent from the mother sides.
Yes, okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Miss Anisha. Now let's have to go on to Miss Khadijah. Miss Khadijah? Yuk, boleh mengeluarkan suaranya, ayo. Miss Khadijah? Are you still with me? Okay. Now let's call Miss Emma. Matrilineal.
Yes, ma'am. Matrilineal is a system kinship mother line.
From the mother line. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Miss Adinda. I haven't heard your voice, by the way. Miss Adinda Rizky? Not yet? Okay. Now I'd like to go on to the next. This is meditation. Yes, meditation. As you say, this is to release your stress. Yes, you can use the meditation. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Mr. Haikal. Mr. Haikal, please.
Maybe meditation is some activity that aim to calm the body and mind. Maybe that's it.
Okay, to calm down the body and the mind. Yes. Okay. Okay. How about others? I want to listen from Miss Tabitha.
Yes, ma'am. Meditation is focusing mind to reach something. No.
Okay, focusing the mind to get something, yeah, to reach something, to reach the moksha. For the Hindus, they say about the to reach the moksha. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'd like to call others. Yes. Okay. Now let's go on to the next. Patrilineal tadi sudah. Acculturation. Can you use it in a sentence, please? Acculturation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'd like to call Miss Anisha.
Yes, ma'am. I think acculturation is a social process that comes to a human group with certain cultures faced with an element of a foreign culture. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how about you, Miss Mila? About acculturation. Miss Mila?
Yes, ma'am. Acculturation is mix to culture or more.
To, apa tadi? To mix, ya? To
Yes.
mix two cultures or more. Okay. In the kinds of the new things, yes? Okay. Now the next, I'd like to go on to the next, the coastal area. I think you already learned about the coastal area, and then I think it is easy to make a sentence with the coastal area. Please, Miss Tabitha.
Yes, ma'am. Coastal area is a place of fishermen.
A place for the fishermen.
Usually place of fishermen. Thank
Okay,
you.
you can say dibalik saja. The fisherman usually lives in the coastal area. Gak mungkin di mountains ya. Kalau fisherman di mountains itu namanya bukan fisherman ya, jadi farmer. Oke, jadi dibalik, bukan coastal area is the place for the fisherman. No, but it is more meaningful if you use the fishermen live in the coastal area. Yes. Okay, thank you. Now I'd like to call. Yeah. I'd like to call Miss Salma. Miss Salma?
Yes, ma'am. I think I'll go with Florida is a coastal area and it is a hotspot for tourists wanting to visit the areas of sand beaches.
Okay, Florida is the coastal area that kind of the magnet for the tourists. Yeah, thank you. Now I'd like to call Miss Sitiva. Miss Sitiva? Masih ada ya? Atau sudah terdebak keluar? Oke, Siti Eva. Oke, sudah keluar ternyata. Okay, now let's see. Archaeology. Okay, demography. I'd like to know about the demography that you already learned. What is demography? Okay, silahkan. Demography. What do you know about demography? Okay. Miss Emma, can you tell me about demography?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, not yet. How about... Tinggal siapa ini ya? Miss Mila?
Not yet, Mom.
Okay. Miss Tabitha?
Yes, ma'am. Demography is structure of society.
Demography is the structure of society, ya, susunan masyarakat. Okay. Assimilation, and last about the dynasty and doctrine. And refugee. I just want to know about the refugee. Do you know what is refugee, please? Ada yang tahu apa itu refugee?
Pengungsi.
Yes, pengungsi. Can you make a sentence using the refugee? We also find in Indonesia too, there are some refugee from other countries in Indonesia. Okay, please make a sentence using refugee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'd like to call, okay, Mr. Haikal. Mr. Haikal.
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, not yet. Okay. Okay, Miss Anisha, are you finished with the refugee?
Yes, ma'am. Refugee is a person or group of people who live in area to avoid a disaster or calamity. This disaster can be in the form of floods, landslides, tsunami, fires, and others caused by nature.
Okay, so usually, okay, because of the disaster, yeah. But in the other the political condition also force for the refugee to go from the country. Okay, so I'd like to know about from Miss Shakira. Miss Shakira?
Thousands of refugees fled their home because of war.
Lots of refugees go out from the home because of the flood. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, now let's go on to the next. Yes, ada artifact. Do you know what is artifact? Do you know artifact? No? Okay, now let's see here. Okay, tadi sudah activities 2. Now, you see this one. It is the concept of the artifact during the Megalithikum. Yeah, you learn about the culture, but also not the history. But I'll give you something about the history kind of related to the culture that happened here. This is about the Megalithikum. During the Megalithikum, we have got something here, the stones, yeah. It makes a kind of the sense, this makes sense, the stone here, it is arranged in a specific structure. So, can you describe about the thing that you can see from the picture? Saya berikan ilustrasi bahwa ini adalah bangunan zaman Megalithikum yang dimana zaman batu. So the people try to make a kind of the structure of the stone here, yeah, to make something. Yes. Usually for the archaeologist will try to dig and explore about this. Okay, Miss Adinda dan Miss Khadijah, you haven't talked anymore. Ya, Anda belum ngomong sama sekali. Okay, Miss Adinda, are you still with me? Miss Adinda? Dan Miss Khadijah. Are you still with me? No? Okay. Now I'd like to give you something here, describing something. Okay. The question is here. What do you know about the building in the picture? What do you know about the building in the picture? Okay. Please explain what you see there. Tadi saya berikan background of this. This is kind of the Megalithikum artifact, yes. megalithic artifact. Usually this is conducted by the archaeolog. Yes. So I want you to describe the things that you can see in the picture. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to prepare for the description about this. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think enough for 2 minutes. Okay, Miss Anisha, would you like to describe about the things that you can see from the picture, please?
Yes, ma'am. Megalithic artifact is an object of human work or invention in ancient times.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, thank you. This is a case of in the ancient time. Yes, you're right, ini di zaman kuno. So you can use kata ancient. Yes. Okay, the next, Miss Tabitha.
Yes, ma'am. The
Mm-hmm.
picture show the stone with shape circle and the stone younger each other, and I think in the stone megalithic have a meaning
Mm-hmm. And
that we don't know.
Okay. Yeah, okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Yeah. The next is Mr. Haikal. You get something about the picture?
Not yet, ma'am. Wait a second.
Okay. How about you, Miss Mila?
Yes, ma'am. In the picture is a megalithic.
Mm-hmm.
Is a large stone used by megalithic people as structure or monuments, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Enough, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. How about you, Miss Salma?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Miss Emma, are you ready to describe something?
Product of culture
Mm-hmm.
yang apa ya digunakan untuk kepercayaan gitu maunya.
Oh, this is for the concept of the belief. Yeah. For the belief. Usually this is during the animism and
Dinamisme, animisme.
yeah, animism and dynamism. This is kind of the things that we can see about the belief. Yes, that's why I gave you. Harapan saya itu Anda tadi menyampaikan about the belief. Karena when you talk about the this is nothing is only this one. Mungkin ini kalau Anda melihatnya hanya batu, it is only kind of the stone, yeah, construct like this one. This is nothing, but when you can see what is the function, we call it this is as a esophagus, yeah. This is a kind of the project of the megalithicum, and it is for, related to the belief of the people at the time. So we are talking about the culture. Okay, yeah, thank you. Now we are going to watch the. Okay, you are going to watch about this video. Yeah, I want you to. Okay. Yes, I want to share you about the video.
Tujuan saya selanjutnya adalah sendiri. Saya ditemani pemandu setempat untuk menjelajah dalam gua. Ini agak susah. Saya nanjak, saya harus nanjak
Okay, wait a minute, sorry. We are talking about this one. Yes, I want you to see about the suku anak dalam. Yeah, suku anak dalam that live in somewhere in Indonesia.
Jalur yang saya lewati pun perlahan-lahan menjadi lebih kering daripada sebelumnya.
Ternyata guanya besar banget. Saya pikir tadi karena
Okay, starting here. Okay.
salah satu unsur pendukungnya
Sorry.
Guardian Sakura Glow putus terseret skin dalam 7 hari.
Okay, let's go on. Belum, masih.
English is my second language.
Okay, I'll open another one. Okay, too many advertisement here. So I like to see about the suku anak dalam. Yes. Oh, wait. I think you have already known about suku anak dalam. Yes, that it is in Jambi. And it is because of the concept of things that become attention in Indonesian government.
Hutan ada berbagai juga diri suku sebagai orang komunitas adat ini tersebar dalam salah satu yang tempat tinggal mereka Taman Nasional Bukit Bungkas Jambi. Namun hutan semakin terus, makanan semakin susah dicari. Itulah pepohonan hutan ikut membawa para dewa pelindung mereka, dewa yang mereka percaya dan hidup. Gempuran perusahaan kelapa sawit dan karet memaksa orang rimba mencari hasil panggar. Sebagian ikut menjadi buruh perkebunan, cara hidup berkebun dan rambut perlahan ditinggalkan oleh mereka. Orang rimba kini besar. Mereka berubah perkebunan untuk mendapatkan interaksi dengan warga desa membuat orang rimba juga mulai mengenal uang. Kebutuhan hidup yang meningkat melebihi penghasilan membuat orang rimba kesulitan. Sementara mereka tak membutuhkan kebutuhan hidup. Nah, kini generasi baru orang rimba mulai ini salah satu cara menjaga eksistensi suku anak dalam agar mereka menguasai pengetahuan dan tidak menjadi kaum terpinggirkan dengan waktu mereka berkejaran.
Okay, now I like you this one. From the video, you can see how the life of suku anak dalam. It is very popular in some years ago, some times ago, about this tribe. Ya, suku ini cukup terkenal waktu itu. So it is better, yes, for you to know about this one because you are learning about the anthropology that you said. It is talking about the human, the habit, about the culture. So can you tell me what does it is said? Nah, suku anak dalam tadi yang dari Anda lihat dari video itu, dan I think you already learned about this one in your subject. Can you tell me, can you retell in English, how the life, the habit, and the culture of the people in this tribe?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
A tribe that was still primitive and hard to shape change, they still held the greatest respect for their forebears. Masih ini menghormati leluhurnya.
So try to their ancestor, ancestor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss Emma. Any other, please?
I try, ma'am.
Yes, please.
The Kubu tribe, are also known as the Anak Dalam tribe, is a term for people who live in lowland forest area in central Sumatra, especially Jambi. This mention generalized to community groups, namely the Orang Rimba and the Batin Sembilan tribe. The Anak Dalam tribe is a simple group of people who still lead a primitive life. It's enough, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any others, please? About suku anak rimba? Suku anak rimba, suku anak dalam? Because it is very popular for some times ago. Yes, and we can say it is a concept of the primitive. Ya, masih ingat dulu ada sebuah program di televisi swasta. Di sana adalah judulnya, saya cukup mengikuti itu, judulnya adalah primitif. But after that, there is a concept of the sensor, kena sensor film, sensor, lembaga sensor, bahwa program itu they have to cut and stop the program dengan called primitive. Karena kenapa? Dalam suku-suku primitif itu, they try to explore about how the life, ya mungkin itu sebenarnya bagus buat Anda yang belajar antropologi. How about the life? Mungkin Anda kemarin melihat bagaimana untuk yang suku Tengger ya. Yang ada di dekat kita yang ada di Pati ada sedulur sikap suku Samin. Yes. Okay, and I gave you the things here about the anak dalam. Okay, tadi sudah disampaikan oleh dua orang. Now how about others? Can you tell me about suku anak dalam? About the life, the culture of the tribe. Tadi Miss Emma dan juga Miss Anisha already talk about the opinion or the explanation about suku anak dalam. How about others? Please. Miss Salma? Miss Salma, are you going to say something? No? Okay, now let's come to Miss Tabitha.
I'm sorry, ma'am, not yet.
Okay.
Not
Then
yet.
Okay, Miss Mila.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's try to speak.
Suku anak dalam believe in trees is as their belief, and they call istiwa pelindung. And suku anak dalam getting to know money and market since penggerusan lahan. Enough, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, how about others? Yeah. Ya, sudah berkurang banyak ini yang di ruang Zoom ini. Miss Khadijah dari tadi belum ada suaranya sama sekali. Miss Adinda Rizky juga belum ada. Miss Iva tadi baru joining lagi, mungkin terpental tadi. Iya, tadi gimana?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell about the suku anak dalam? And you see, you are learning about anthropology, so you can make kinds of the evaluation, you can make kinds of the observation about suku anak dalam. So you can explain about their life, their habit, and etc. Dari video yang tadi saya putar, you'll see something. It is in bahasa. So I think you can get it clearly about this. Now ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, it is 5:07. Yeah, I think you still have got something to do. So unfortunately, I have to finish the class. Mungkin belum ada yang kelima, tadi belum saya yang berikutnya. Sebenarnya I still have got one more video that you have to watch. Yes. I hope you can watch it first. Next video we'll try to retell about what you have learned. That's about the urban restructure. Ya, bagaimana perubahan dari civilization, perubahannya itu dari starting from the ancient to now. So you'll learn about this one. Okay, so it is nice to see you today. And I hope for the next you will be more active in the classroom, yes. And juga participant will be more, yes. Ini Mbak Emma baru joining ya, oke. Sorry. Oh iya, sorry baru on kameranya maksud saya. I'm so sorry. Yeah. For next, I hope you be more active in the classroom, yes. Will be more participants in the classroom karena at the first Bu Asma told me there are about 30 students and then now we only have got about less than 10 students here. So hope for next meeting you will have more students here. Okay, thank you for your participation today and I have to give it back to Bu Asma. Okay, please Bu, thank you. Still mute, Bu Asma.
Thank you, Bu. But it's disappointing for me because only 9 students join in this class gitu. And I hope the next meeting full team or full participant join this class. But because this is in order to increase their speaking skill about English or about a specific anthropology and sociology issue. Mungkin ada beberapa yang izin sih sebenarnya, tapi mungkin juga ada yang tidak izin. Tapi kami berharap bahwa minggu depan teman-teman yang hadir bisa memanggil kembali teman-temannya supaya aktif lagi. Sebab ini demi kepentingan kita semua sebetulnya. Ya, agar kalian bisa increase, artinya meningkat skillnya dalam English. Kalau saya mahasiswa, ya saya pasti akan ikut ya dengan ini dengan serius begitu. Ya, saya pun tidak mahasiswa, saya serius mendengarkan tadi, walaupun kata Bu Budi ya kebatinan ya. Ya, begitu. Terima kasih banyak Bu Budi atas hari ini ilmunya. Semoga pertemuan mendatang di tanggal 4 kalau nggak salah tanggal besok ya, kita besok bisa join kembali di jam yang sama. Ya. Oke, I think it's all. Ya. Mungkin ada barangkali ada yang belum sholat asar juga, ya bisa ini apa namanya kita bisa closing meeting kita hari ini. Makasih Bu Budi atas kesempatannya. Ini Bu Mas Marta, ya Bu Nino, ya.
Ya,
Oke.
ya, terima kasih.
Ya, terima kasih semuanya.
Thank you,
Teman-teman
Bu
bisa,
Budi.
iya, teman-teman besok semuanya bisa memanggil lagi ya teman-temannya.
Ya, Bu.
Iya.